Hi there, it's Imam Islam Naim. Today I have got something awesome to share. Ever wanted to access your home or office network from anywhere? Well, Tailscale VPN can make it happen. Stick with me as I show you just how easy and secure it is to connect to your network no matter where you are. Let's jump into this exciting tech adventure together. So, what's Tailscale all about? Well, it's your virtual key to access your home or office network from anywhere on the planet. In simple terms, Tailscale set up a secure encrypted connection that lets you reach your network and its application remotely by using the WireGuard protocol. But here is the cool part. Instead of relying on a central server, Tailscale connects your devices directly to one another in a mesh network called Tailnet. That means faster connection, less waiting, and no single point of failure. In a nutshell, Tailscale makes your network accessible, safe, and speedy no matter where you are. Let's dive deeper and see how it all works. Now let's get Tailscale installed on our various devices. Tailscale is often called Zero Config VPN because it's incredibly easy to set up. To demonstrate, I will use two virtual machines, one running Linux Ubuntu desktop and the other running Windows 10. I'll show you step by step how to install and configure Tailscale on both platforms. I'll divide this video chapter wise so that if you do not need a certain part, like if you do not have a Linux or Windows machine, then you can skip it. Now let's head over to our Windows 10 virtual machine and go through the process of installing Tailscale. Start by going to tailscale.com, then navigate to download section and click download Tailscale for Windows. Once the download is complete, then run the .exe file. Review the license agreement and proceed by clicking install. Once the installation is finished, you will notice the Tailscale icon is in your system tray. Right click on it and choose login. You have login options like Google, Microsoft and GitHub and others. But for this demonstration, I will use a Google account. Click connect to establish the connection. Your device is now connected to the Tailscale network, and the Tailscale will assign an IP to your device. You can verify it in the system tray. If you visit the admin console, you will see the device listed as connected, and it may prompt you to connect a second device. Now let's add Ubuntu desktop as our second device. Head back to the Tailscale download page and ensure you have selected Linux if it's not already chosen. You can find this page link in the description. Installation can be done swiftly with a single curl command or manually with multiple commands. Let's go to the easy route and copy the curl command in the terminal. If curl isn't installed on your machine, you can do so with a command sudo apt install curl. After installing curl, run the command once again by hitting up arrow twice on the keyboard. Now that the installation is complete, log into the Tailscale by running sudo tailscale app in the terminal. The terminal will provide a login link. Click on it or copy and paste it on your browser. Log in using same account you used for the previous device. Both devices are now seamlessly connected via Tailscale. You can now ping one device from another using their assigned IP addresses. Follow this approach, you can connect up to 100 devices with the free subscription. Now let's explore how effortlessly access our home or office local network devices and applications such as printers and self-hosted applications even when we are away. We achieve this through Tailscale subnet routers, a powerful tool that enables you to expose your local subnet to other connected machines. Imagine a scenario. You have an application hosted at local IP 192.168.1.106 on your office PC. You would like to access it from your laptop at home. Let's make it happen. Now we will explore how to configure subnet router on a Windows machine for Tailnet. Start by visiting the Tailscale subnet router documentation page. You will find the link in the video description. Assuming you have already completed step 1, by installing Tailscale, let's move on to step 2. Copy the command provided in step 2. This command will expose two subnets. 192.168.0.0 and 192.168.1.0, making all IPs under the subnets accessible to others' machine. However, if you only want to access 192.168.1.106 from other devices, you can keep just one subnet. After running this command, head over to your admin console and enable this subnet. You might notice a warning about key expiry. You can disable it from here. With the subnet enabled, you can now access IP 192.168.1.106 or any IP within the subnet from other devices. If you ever need to expose another subnet, it's a breeze. Simply copy and run the advertise route command again, adding your new subnet after a comma. Don't forget to enable the new subnet from the Tailscale admin panel. And there you have it. Subnet routes are all set up and both of the subnets are now accessible to other connected machines. Now let's understand how to enable exit nodes on a Windows machine. But first, what is an exit node? An exit node allows you to direct all your internet traffic through a specific node, partially similar to a regular VPN, where all your traffic is routed through a VPN server. However, Tailscale takes a different approach by utilizing your another machine to reroute your network traffic. The device handling this traffic routing is referred as an exit node. Let's proceed with the configuration of our connected Windows machine to serve as an exit node. Begin by right-clicking on the Tailscale icon on your system tray. Select Run Exit Node from the Exit Node option. Additionally, you can allow local network access from this menu. Now head over to the Tailscale admin panel. Under the Windows machine settings, select Edit Routing Settings and enable the Exit Node option. Congratulations! Your device is now configured to function as an exit node. Let's head back to our Ubuntu machine to configure subnet routes and set it up as an exit node. Please remember that one machine can't be an exit node and use another exit node at the same time. So turn off subnet route and exit node of this machine, because after configuring subnet route in Linux, we will use that subnet route and exit node from this machine. Start by visiting the subnet route documentation on Tailscale website again. You can find the link in the description below. Ensure Linux is selected since we are accessing this from a Linux machine. In step 2, copy the provided command and paste them into terminal to enable IP forwarding. If your machine isn't using firewall-d, you can skip the firewall-cmd command. Now copy the advertise subnet route command into the terminal. Customize the subnets as per your requirements. For this demonstration, I am removing one subnet. Next, head over to the Tailscale admin panel and enable the subnet route you just configured. Great, subnet routes are enabled. Now let's proceed to enable the exit node on this machine. Access the exit node documentation through the link provided in the description. We have already executed the command mentioned in step 2 while configuring subnet routes. Scroll to the end of step 2 to advertise the device as an exit node section. Copy the command from there and run it in the terminal. An error will appear to console since we have already enabled the subnet routes on this machine. To address this, copy the suggested command from the console and paste it again. And prefix it with sudo command to run it with root privileges. Now go to the admin console in your browser. Edit the route settings for this machine and check the use as an exit node option. You are all set. Let's switch back Windows machine and see how we can use the Ubuntu machine as an exit node for the Windows device. Beginning by right-clicking on the Tailscale icon in the system tray on the Windows machine, choose exit node and you will see the name of the Linux machine. Click on it to select and utilize it as an exit node. Important to note, we cannot have run exit node and use exit node at the same time. Let's change the exit node settings on the Windows machine to none and set up this machine to function as an exit node for the Linux device. Navigate to the Tailscale exit node documentation in the Linux machine and locate step 4. I noticed some users in the Tailscale forum getting confused with this step. To clarify, steps 1 to 3 were about configuring this machine as an exit node, whereas step 4 demonstrate how to use another machine as an exit node. Keep this distinction in mind. Now let's configure our Windows machine to act as an exit node for the Ubuntu machine. Copy the provided command and run it in the terminal, ensuring you include all non-default settings in the command. An error is showing here because I forget to enable exit node in Windows machine from the admin console. Let's enable it and go back to our Windows machine. As previously mentioned, a machine can be both an exit node and use an exit node. Therefore, in this command, we need to remove advertise-exit node and add the reset flag. Without the reset flag, it will throw an error stating that you will need to specify all non-default settings. With this configuration, we will use the Windows machine. This means all our traffic will be routed through the Windows node, granting us the access to all websites and applications available on the Windows machine. Setting an exit node to a server in another country is a powerful tool. By doing this, you can utilize the exit node from your personal device to access content and website available to that specific country, like Netflix content and Play Store apps. Now let's set up Tailscale on our Android device. Start by heading to the Play Store and installing Tailscale from there. Once installed, open Tailscale and log in using the same ID you have used for your other devices. I am using my Google ID here. After login, you will notice that your Ubuntu and Windows machine are already listed. Tap the three dots in the top right corner. Here you will find the option to run exit node. Enabling this allows you to use your Android device as an exit node. However, for this setup, we will use the Windows machine as the exit node. Tap use exit node and you will see the name of the Windows machine. This machine was configured and enabled as an exit node earlier. Select it. Now activate the VPN. You will notice that I am using my mobile network to access the internet. With the VPN enabled, observe that I can access my local IP. If I disable the VPN, I won't be able to access the local network. It's important to note that enabling the exit node might not grant you access to your local network. If this happens, enable the subnet route of your local network to the exit node machine. This step will allow you to access your home network. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions or need further clarification about anything covered in this video, feel free to ask in the comments below. Your feedback and queries are greatly appreciated.